Hey everybody, Rojo here. So there was a patch released for the early access release of Wizardry 1 Remake here, and I thought I would go over some of the changes because I know a lot of people who watched my first impressions video were concerned about some of the things that have been fixed, and we'll also talk about some of the questions people had asked. You can check the timestamps in the video for stuff that you're interested in, but let's go ahead and get started here. So first things first, now you got multiple save slots. However, as far as I can tell, it's not like I can jump in game here and then like save the game. That doesn't seem to be true. So it's still, you know, like you're locked into that save file and whatever happens, happens. Whether or not they're going to expand this this system to make it so you can have like a quick save type thing or multiple save slots for your party in game here, I don't know. But at least you know, if you want to just goof around, you can have multiple slots for your one party, or not for your for multiple different parties rather, or you know, or games, or however you want to look at it. Aside from that, we've got mouse support, as you can see here. So this is like a big thing that I know people were concerned about, and you know, rightfully so. I'm not sure why they shipped it without mouse support, but yeah, you can bounce around the UI here and all that good stuff with the mouse nowadays. So you know, works pretty much exactly like you would expect. They also improved the keyboard support a little bit. So if we like run into the maze real quick. I don't know if you could do this before or not. I don't remember. I think I played with the arrow keys previously, but if you look at the bottom right here, in fact, I think I can... what am I looking for? There's there it is. The M key. M key will bring up this. I didn't figure that out last time. But yeah, previously I was playing... Oh no, I was playing with the Xbox controller originally, because that was kind of the best way to do it, but... the keyboard support is mostly what you see here, kind of. Not everything works quite as you'd expect. But you can use like WA, or what is it? AD to move around. Or WASD even, I guess. So like the status button down here on the UI doesn't work as you would expect. Friendly group of orcs. We'll leave those guys alone. That's fine. We're just goofing off here. Yeah, sometimes you get friendly encounters, which you can choose to murder everybody, or you can choose to not. It's up to you. It does have some gameplay repercussions as far as your alignment goes, I think. Aside from that, yeah, like R for right, I guess, sure. Seems to work okay. You can use Q and E to strafe around. So you know, it's fine. It works. C will bring you to the camp menu. So again, you know, it seems like it's mostly working as expected here. I guess the one thing that I'll say is, if Digital Eclipse is watching, it's a good start, but don't stop here. You know, it's a PC game, and fully functional key bindings are pretty much non-negotiable, I would say, at this point, since that's a problem that's been solved since, you know, roughly 10 or so years after Wizardry came out, so sometime in the 90s. So maybe not like a high priority feature, but definitely something I would want to see before final release. Another thing that's been added, this is a big feature, is a bestiary. So like normally your characters in the back can only cast spells and stuff, but they added this new inspect enemy ability, which you can use. So if we just have everybody parry, we can have everybody inspect, and they'll try to figure out some stuff about the enemy. Now I've already inspected this enemy. Normally they'd show up as like shadows if I'd never seen them, but I've looked at a lot of the enemies on this floor. But if we want to, we can push a left alt. You can see kind of the actions down here, and we can pull up a nice little sort of stat card for the enemies that we're fighting. Now you can turn this off in the options. I think if we go here, I don't know if it'll let me do this in battle, but yeah, so you can do like a more, I guess, traditional vanilla version of enemy identification, which will let this Latuma pick spell actually do something. Yeah, so just know that that's there. But anyway, yeah, this is a nice thing. There's many enemies in the game for you to identify if that's something that you're actually interested in. So we'll just take care of these guys real quick. It's a fairly high-level party for floor 1 here, I think, at this point. It's not a whole lot that's going to cause us too much trouble. This is basically a continuation of the party I did in the first impressions video. Oh yeah, also you got this little camp symbol here, which I'm not sure if that was there before. So, you know, that's good. Another thing that they've done is these skeletons were not here before. This guy. I wish I could look around. This torch is kind of in the way. I believe this man has been split in twain, where he has already been split in twain. It's a bad day for him, for sure. But anyway, yeah, so I mentioned that, you know, the presentation was a little underwhelming initially in my first impression video, and it seems like they're working on adding some stuff. Like, I'm not sure, like, that some of these weapons were here. That said, you know, if we go in here, friendly orcs, yeah, I bet everybody's friendly now because I'm too high level, maybe. I don't know if that matters or not. But yeah, then you, like, walk into a room and it's still empty, so ideally, you know, they'll get around to decorating some of these interior rooms eventually. But anyway, yeah, this is, you know, this is probably where a lot of level 1 characters go to die, so the scenery seems appropriate. We could actually also cast, we go to the camp here. Which one is it? Who's got the magic? I think Shield, Blessing, True Sight. Here we go. Got this big light spell, which lasts for quite a while, so that helps out a bit. It also affects this mini-map to an extent, which I don't know that it did before, so it's like a minor update. So you can see, like, a little bit farther now. I've already explored, like, most of this first floor, but, yeah, like, the mini-map doesn't come back when you re-enter, I don't think, so you have to, like, either recast Duma pick or keep walking around. One of the two, I think. This is kind of a spicy fight, so I think I'll just make this easy on myself. You can see here, actually. So, like, there's 3 tiers of sort of understanding the stats of enemies. These guys are rogues, so I can see, like, your first tier, you're going to get this information. Second time you successfully identify, you'll get this. And then the third time, you'll get this. So I guess I've only done these guys once. And then that first tier will also make it so they're not, like, shadowy or whatever. So, you know, it's a nice little addition, I think. Let's go ahead and we'll cast some spicy magic on these guys and make them wish that they had not come after me. Let's see, she doesn't know any arcane spells. I don't know, what do you know? Anything good? There you go, do that one. These guys are not long for this world. Oh yeah, everybody's dead. That was the electric spell, kind of an underwhelming effect there. That might still be a work in progress. There we go, and we'll just handle this, I guess. Splinters. Alright. Failed to disarm. Hey, there we go. Alright, yeah, so Bestiary, very cool and all that, and the clutter and everything's nice. Aside from that, another big update is, if we get out of here, well, I guess we'll call it a medium update because it's not really, like, super impactful to the actual gameplay, but it does matter. We go to character creation here. We can just make a guy. It doesn't really matter what we do here. For the purposes of this, I will say that I wish that they would... a lot of people asked... Well, we'll save that for a little bit later. Hang on. Just make a fighter. Good guy. Yeah, so the portrait screen has been updated. Basically, they've added portraits for every race now, so no more of those placeholders like we were working with before. And you can see actually I'm using some of them. My party's like half human and half halfling, I think. So I got a lot of these portraits in there. But on top of that, you can actually add in custom portraits. So that's a pretty big nice to have, I think, for a lot of people. I think this is probably a fairly highly requested one. So yeah, and this is a portrait pack based on the monsters in the game, I guess, that they've released for free. So you can grab that. But then also, yeah, the Darkest Dungeon people went ahead and did their own little portrait pack as well. So it seems a little buggy right there. I don't know why it's got 4 pages, but either way, yeah, so definitely an improvement here for sure. Now, as far as one thing that I got asked a lot, we'll start getting into the questions. So that's everything for the update. I think that's like super major. Just like some really nice quality of life stuff to make the game more playable for people. But yeah, people asked me, I think we gotta go back here. Yeah, one thing people asked me a lot was like, where's Lord and Ninja? Because there's 2 other classes that you should be able to be. And the answer is those are in the game. But at least as I understand it, I haven't made a Lord or a Ninja yet, but they're in the game. But the reason that they're not here is because you'll never, even with like the old school options enabled like I have here, you'll never roll enough points to make a Lord or a Ninja. So the best you'll be able to get is Samurai as far as just the amount of stat points required. Because Lord requires, I think, like 1 or 2 more stat points than Samurai, and it's just barely out of reach. And then Ninja requires, I think, like 17 in all stats, so you'll just never roll that many. That said, I think they could avoid some confusion by just adding them to the list here. And it'd be nice because you can see, like, when I look at Samurai down here, you can see my strength requirement changes. My intelligence requirement will change here as I, like, put points. So, I don't know, it's just like a nice to have to know where you should put your points if you want to build toward a certain character. But anyway, yeah, so hopefully that answers the question about where the Lords and Ninjas are. Another question, I checked out a couple of their dev streams. I'll leave a link to their YouTube and Twitch channels in the description if you want to follow up on these yourself. But they've done a couple dev streams about the game. And they answered a question of like what platforms this is going to be on, and the answer seems to be right now just PC, so Steam and GOG. I'm not sure if Epic Game Store is in the mix or not, but yeah, they're going to focus on getting the game done here first, and then, you know, maybe consoles in the future, but I certainly wouldn't expect it because it's still up in the air. So another really big question that people asked was, what about the sequels? You know, Wizardry 2 and 3 specifically. And the answer is, they're going to do Wizardry 1. I guess there's some, aside from legal complications, as far as who owns what in the Wizardry, like, corporate universe, you know, they were lucky to get this going, so whether or not they do 2 or 3, you know, probably depends somewhat on how well Wizardry 1 does here. You know, they would like to do it, but certainly not something that you should expect, again, because it's just, there's too many unknowns right now. So, you know, hopefully this will turn out well, and hopefully they'll be able to give those other games the same treatment, but who can say right now? So one question that I've been asked a bunch is Murphy's ghost in the game? And the answer is yes. Yes, he is. So hopefully that answers that. Aside from that, people were wondering about is the bishop glitch in the game? And that's kind of a complicated answer. So I think the answer is technically yes, but not really. Yes, but actually no. Because normally what you would do, if you're not clear on what this is basically like an experience point glitch to like get super high levels, I think through some kind of like overflow bug or something. But let me think, who's who here? Yeah, you're the bishop. So normally you would like do an identify 9, but unfortunately there's no way to do that with this user interface as it stands. Like this large shield was unidentified, but you can see like down here, well, I guess you can't identify anything right now on this UI, but I'll see if maybe I have the footage and I can splice it in. Essentially, yeah, like there's no pop-up or text input or anything, so you can't identify something that's out of range here. So that means that basically, even if technically the bug is in the game, you can't exploit it with this UI. So, I mean, I kind of hope they find a way to get it back in for people who just, you know, want to cheat and, you know, blow through the game. I think it's fine. Whatever, man. Single player game, who cares? So we'll see what happens with that. I'm not sure how they would do it exactly, but unfortunately, yeah, the answer seems to be no, you can't do the bishop glitch, at least at the moment. One thing that I just thought was interesting from one of the dev streams, I can't remember, I think his name was Ian maybe? He's maybe the lead developer on the project here. He explained the mechanics behind like how hit point rolling works. So a lot of people were wondering like, why the hell am I getting 1 HP every time I level up? And so the reason is probably because you're already rolling kind of above your weight class. So the way it works is like if you imagine, you know, like say a character rolls a 6-sided die for their HP totals every level, and they're level 5. Well, so when they're level 6, instead of it being like a traditional Dungeons and Dragons thing where you get just like you roll a d6 and you add whatever that is to your current HP total, it actually re-rolls all of your HP dice. So if you're level 6, you would have 6 HP dice. You roll all 6 of those 6-sided dice, and then if your new total is higher than the old one, that's what you get for HP, as I understand it, if I recall correctly. If your new total is lower than your current HP total, you get 1 HP instead. So that's why you're getting 1 HP. It's because either you're getting extraordinarily unlucky, if that's happening to you a lot, or it's because you already got pretty lucky and you're already ahead of where you should be. Like, for example, Yarm here is a mage. I'm not sure what his hit die is, but aside from the fact that he does have huge vitality, a level 6 mage probably should not have 37 hit points, I'm guessing. That seems a little high, considering my samurai here only has like 39, my level 6 fighter only has 30. His vitality is a lot lower though, so I don't know. I don't know the exact mechanics, but your vitality does give you extra HP. I don't know how many. But anyway, I just thought that was interesting. Anyway, I think that's it for this video. Seems like there's you know, some good changes that have been made. Definitely still more work to be done. So hopefully we see some more updates soon. I think they said they're going to try to do these every couple months, so next update will probably be early next year, I would imagine. January sometime. Just my guess that they haven't announced anything official. But yeah, I'll try to keep an eye on things, and if you know, there's anything interesting to report, I'll try doing another video and we'll see what happens. All right, I'll see you next time.